I use a lot of fragrances throughout the course of a month, but my current favorite fragrances are the ones I'm enjoying a bit more than the rest. Some of them are brand new fragrances and some are old favorites I just can't get enough of. So before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe and please do drop a like on this video. Thank you, I really do appreciate it. So it's summer and that definitely reflects on what I reach for more right now. So these are my current favorites. Without further ado, let's do this. So I'm not sure you can see this, but check out the dent I made on this one already. This is fairly new in my collection and I have a ton of fragrances. So for me to put a dent like this so quickly says a lot about how much I enjoy EDP Intense. So this thing opens up with a sort of a familiar dose of spiciness and aromatics, but I think there's a unique twist to it and I'm quite addicted to that unique twist. And the dry island is basically like a woody mix with a very soft lavender to it and a slight hint of earthiness. So I recently did a comparison of this and the OG EDP. I'm gonna link to that comparison above, so please do check it out. This to me is basically like an anytime, anywhere kind of scent. This actually feels a bit more intense, i.e. with better performance than the EDP, at least on my skin. I also feel this is a bit more mature and classy than the EDP, and it is definitely much smoother than the EDP and also a bit less sweet. This is so good. There's something intoxicating about this and I actually regret I did not get the 100ml. So every single time I mention this fragrance and how much I love using it on summer night outs, I get comments and questions on, can you use it? Can you really use it summertime? Can you really use it on summer night outs? And the answer to that is hell yeah. I absolutely love using it on summer night outs. This develops in a fantastic way with a bit of warmth. This is basically a fantastic and almost perfect mix of spiciness, sweetness and woodiness. This is the amazing Azzaro Most Wanted. It's sexy, it's a playful scent, and this thing right here is definitely one of the best men's fragrances from Azzaro and a fantastic compliment getter on summer night outs. So my next current favorite is also a fragrance I featured in my summer fragrances video. I'm gonna link to that video above, so please do check it out. And the reason why I featured it in that video and the reason why it's such a fantastic fresh kind of scent is because to me at least it's a unique kind of freshness. It has a unique combination of powderiness and freshness with a floral touch on a musky base. This is the absolute fantastic, amazing, words cannot describe how much I enjoy this, Galloway. So Galloway, this is so good. Oh my, this is pretty much all about a powdery kind of freshness with just the right amount of sweetness and florals. This is one of those scents that when I start spraying, I just can't stop. If you want a different kind of fresh scent, one that's a mix of freshness with powderiness, with a bit of florals and a touch of sweetness, something that to me is super intoxicating, very addictive, definitely an attention grabbing kind of scent. It has great performance as well for a freshie. Then this is one I suggest you get a sample of. So every single year throughout the year I reach for my different Armani fragrances and summer is no exception, so I pretty much reach for them all the Acqua di Gios. But currently I'm enjoying two more than the rest. I'm reaching for two of them more than the other ones. The first one is one that I did first impressions of. I'm gonna link to that one above, so please do check it out. That's the brand new Parfum, and this to me is pretty much the most modern of them all, and also the sort of a most minimalistic of them all, together with the EDP. So the EDP to me felt like this minimalistic take on Acqua di Gio, and this feels like it's going in that same direction. And this to me is a fantastic freshie. Now I received a lot of feedback from you guys, and some of you feel that this is not something special, and that's okay. Different noses, different tastes and all that. But I actually feel this is one of the best in the Acqua di Gio line of men's fragrances. I really enjoy this right now, and I really look forward to wearing this more through summer. The other Acqua di Gio fragrance that I'm really enjoying right now is the unfortunately discontinued Essenza. I've been staying away for it because it's no more. You can't buy it anymore. But you know what? Fuck it. Fragrances are meant to be used, and I will definitely use this a lot this summer together with Parfum, and I will most likely enjoy Absolute, which is probably the most compliment getter of them all. But yeah, these two fantastic, and two of my current favorites right now from that line. So I stayed away from Afnan for some reason. I don't know, I don't think I had a specific reason for not trying them out, but I gotta say, mostly thanks to you guys, I decided to buy my first two ones, and specifically for suggesting me to try out Afnan Turathi Blue. So this is a fragrance that I liked straight away, but with just a few days of maceration, it changed into, I can't get the cap off, but with just a few days of maceration, this changed into a scent that I just keep wanting to spray on. This to me is mostly citrusy and musky with a bit of woodiness and a slight hint of powderiness, just a slight hint of powderiness. This smells a lot more expensive than it is. I believe I paid about 25 or so bucks for this. This smells great. It's really cheap. The way it develops when it's a bit warm outside is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, this thing right here is a current favorite of mine. And if you are looking for a fantastic cheap fragrance, and if you usually enjoy the notes, that note structure, then I can highly recommend this. So next up is a fragrance I recently bought, and my first impression of it was that it was a nice scent, but it has grown me a lot since then, and I find myself wanting and reaching for it more and more. And I almost wish that I bought a bigger bottle of it, because I will most likely use this one a lot. It gives me a bit of Sauvage vibes, like Sauvage Light, but with a twist. Now I said Sauvage vibes, so it's not a dupe, it's not a clone, Sauvage vibes. And it's almost like a mix of Sauvage and Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, but made much lighter and without carbon's sort of earthiness. So this is Davidoff Cool Water Reborn, and again, this is not Sauvage. This is not Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. It gives me Sauvage vibes, but it's definitely doing its own thing. And this is basically a bright aromatic and green scent with a slight hint of sweetness and something that almost feels a bit resinous. This to me is something that's very easy to wear, something most people will most definitely enjoy getting a whiff of. And yeah, this thing right here is a scent I find myself reaching for quite a bit right now. So next up is a layering combination I came up with last summer, and it's so addictive, so unique, so sexy and so good. It got me multiple compliments that summer, and I just love it. So the first part of this layering combination is Dior's Rouge Trafalgar. So this is basically a fruity and musky scent with citrus on top and a hint of sweetness, just a hint of sweetness. This is absolutely gorgeous on its own, but it's one of my most used fragrances for layering. And I layer this with Initio's Musk Therapy. So Initio's Musk Therapy is also a musky scent, but this is basically a mix of freshness and musk with sandalwood and a bit of magnolia. When you fuse these together, you get this perfect combo of Rouge Trafalgar's fruitiness and Musk Therapy's muskiness, and the combination is irresistible. So my next current favorite is pretty much all about a beautiful dose of vanilla with a bit of Acqua di Parma, sort of a signature citrus on top of a woody and musky base. So I initially used this for spring, but the way it develops with a bit of warmth is just amazing. That citrus pops in a different way with a bit of warmth, and that combination with the vanilla and the musk is amazing. This is Acqua di Parma Vaniglia, and this thing right here is for someone who truly loves the scent of vanilla. So my next fragrance is so good, I just had to buy multiple backup bottles of it. That's how much I absolutely love it. I'm gonna link to my backup bottle video above, so feel free to check it out. It has a citrusy opening that's very smooth, and a dry down that's basically a mix of freshness, florals and musk. This is a fragrance I've been waiting for summer to start using again. This is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Pride Edition 2022. I'm definitely going to finish this bottle this summer. This is gorgeous, it's so underrated, it smells absolutely fantastic on warm summer days, and yeah, this is a current favorite of mine. Last but not least is a kind of fresh scent that not every guy likes to wear, but I absolutely love it. And to me, it's basically a combination of a very unique kind of aquatic freshness with a unique kind of fruitiness to it. And it's woody with a bit of sweetness to it. So this is Kenzo Homme EDT Intense. So I recently bought Kenzo Homme EDT Marine, and I will do a comparison of that one and this. But there's an intensity to its uniqueness in this one that I just can't get enough of. This is very much a scent that you either love or hate. There doesn't seem to be a middle ground. You either love it or you hate it. And its freshness is definitely very unique and very different if you compare it to, let's say, Acqua di Parfum or Davidoff Cool Water Reborn. But to me, its uniqueness is very intoxicating, very addictive, and something I just want on me so often. It's super unique, and I really enjoy rotating between this and my other freshies. So there you go, these are the fragrances I'm currently enjoying a bit more than the rest right now. So I would love to know if you have tried any of these and your thoughts on them. And I would absolutely love to know which are your current most favorite fragrances. Make sure you comment, please do like this video, thank you, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, make sure you check out the videos over there, oh yes, and I'll see you in the next one.